Hi, my name is Paul Nagaoka, and I'm a real estate investor. And often I get the question, Paul, I'm a little late to the party. I don't have my full retirement plan put together. How do I use real estate to supercharge my retirement and actually get me to the place where I'll have a healthy nest egg when I'm ready to step back and retire? Well, I love that question because I believe real estate is the best tool you can use to actually successfully retire with some significant assets in your corner. And I'm going to walk you through exactly what that could look like with real estate investing right now. But first, to understand that, we need to understand what is the typical model that people use to actually retire. That looks like a stock market, a 401k that you're using. You're putting that in the S&P 500 or whatever options that you're looking at. And if you're earning a healthy rate of return on that, to be able to get $1 million in your retirement account in 20 years, you're going to need to put away $2,000 of post-tax income per month. Post-tax income, $2,000 per month, just to be able to get in 20 years to $1 million. Well, let's look at how we can do that with real estate without such a heavy burden on our shoulder. Now, to do this, we need to understand how real estate investing works. So we're going to take a hypothetical example of a house that's worth $100,000, retail house, where you put 10% down, $10,000, and you get a note on it that pays off in 20 years. It's amortized over 20 years. And then you're going to rent that house out for $1,050. There are 5 ways to make money in real estate, and a lot of people just think about cash flow, right? So how much am I going to make past all my expenses per month off of this $1,050 in rent? Well, cash flow is actually a very small part of this when we're looking at it from the perspective of how to really earn money in real estate. Let's take a look at the first piece here, appreciation. Now, how does appreciation work? Well, it doesn't just work in booming metropolises like Los Angeles or New York or different places around the country like that. It also works in rural Midwest as well. The reason it does is because inflation also works in rural Minnesota or different parts of the country that we're looking at. And our property values start to increase at the same rate of inflation over time. Now, that makes sense, right? Because your food costs more, your cars cost more, well, and your house ends up costing more too. So the national average of appreciation is what I used here. It's a very conservative number. On a $100,000 house, in that same 20-year period of time, we'd see $165,000 of actual income based on just the appreciation. The next piece here is principal reduction. Well, if you put $10,000 down on a $100,000 house, you're going to have a $90,000 mortgage, right? And you're going to pay that off because your renter is going to pay it off for you. They're going to make those payments for you every single month, and at the end of that 20-year period of time, that $90,000 is going to be yours. You're going to have a free and clear asset. Let's take a look at the next one, cash flow. $4,800, okay. So $4,800 over 20 years, that's not a fantastic investment if you just look at that piece. We're not super excited about it, but that, it's something there. And let's make, the next one actually connects to cash flow. It's rent rate increases, rent rate adjustments. If you ever lived in an apartment complex, every year that rent kind of slowly goes up, right? Well, the reason that rent slowly goes up is because inflation happens. Everything costs more. Your rent rate also increases. But here's the incredible part. Guess what doesn't increase? Your mortgage payment doesn't increase. So while your mortgage payment doesn't increase for inflation, is staying steady just like this, your rent rates are going like this, and you're making the difference between the two. So over that 20-year period of time, you're going to see about a $36,000 return over that period of time. And last but not least, probably one of my favorites, is tax deductions. The government lets you take properties like this that are investments and deduct them over 27.5 years. And that's going to give the average working American that's paying taxes about $23,000 of actual cash savings over that 20-year period of time. So if you add all these up, you're looking at $318,800 of income over that 20-year period of time off of making one $10,000 investment in your future. Now, how do we get more than just $318,000? So you want to retire on more than $318,000, right? You want to have more in that $1 million range, right? Well, let's take a look at 4 homes. What does a retirement look like if you purchased 4 of these properties and gave them to a property management company and you just put them out there and you just never thought about them again, right? Well, in terms of your appreciation, you're looking at $660,000 of appreciation. And principal reduction, that's $360,000 that you're going to reduce your principal over that period of time with 4 homes. Your cash flow, $19,000. But your rent rate increase, you're looking at $144,000 of cash in your pocket on the rent rate increases over that period of time. and you're looking at $232,000 of actual cash value of tax deductions on that property for a tax-paying American. And you're looking at $1.4 million in your retirement account with just 4 homes, handing them to a property management company, not thinking about it again, making a small investment up front. And compare that to the stock market. I mean, we're worlds ahead over here in this option. Now, if you're in the situation where you're slow to the party over here and you haven't really gotten this process started, or you're not able to make those $2,000 a month payments to be able to get $1 million in your retirement account in 20 years, and you want to hop on some other system that's kind of like this, that's going to really supercharge that and give you the type of cushion that you deserve in your latter years of life, you're going to need to learn a few things about real estate investing. And that is precisely why I put together 7 free videos that are going to walk you through the process of real estate investing and help you get started as a real estate investor. And what you need to do right now is click the button on this page, fill out the form, and then you'll get instant access to all 7 videos. How's that sound? So go ahead and click that button, and I look forward to seeing you on the coaching on the other side.